Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang.
Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Food gang, gang, gang.
Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang.
Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Food gang, gang, gang.
Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Food gang, gang, gang. Food gang, gang, gang.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Foodie Gang? You're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chefbigbank, Season 2, Episode 6. We are just chugging along. Things are going so great. Yes, episode 6. I always got to check to make sure I got the right episode. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this with your friends. This is going to be a late night stream. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and coming through. And so I dim the lights a little bit because it's it's late night. I'm so excited for this stream. We're going to talk about why do restaurants always close? So we're going to take a deep dive into that subject. But before we get there, we got to acknowledge the Foodie Gang members that are here early. If you want to support this channel and keep the stove on, it's money sign Chefbigbank on Cash App. And let me just do some shout outs. We got, okay, so Randy, you got competition because Dr. Frizzle was here first. Randy, I want to know why you was late. I'm just playing, girl. But I'm glad you came through. And, Randy coming through, telling everybody to go to bed. So, yeah, thank you so much, Randy, for coming through. And Dr. Frizzle, okay. Randy said, where are you cooking? So today I went to a banquet and they grilled hamburgers and hot dogs. And then everyone pitched in, everyone brought something. So there was so much like food and snacks. And okay, so the burgers were well seasoned. I saw them, y'all. Y'all know I be on the Foodie Gang investigative team, and I'm always looking at what's going on with my food. The burgers were well seasoned. They had all the toppings, tomatoes, lettuce, pickles. It was really, really good. So Randy said I'm late because I'm talking to Frizzle. Okay, Randy. Well, Randy, we always appreciate you coming through at 907 Goodies. So, as you guys can see, I got my Foodie Gang, my certified Foodie Gang shirt on. Make sure y'all shop the Foodie Gang store and also join my fan page on Facebook. Randy, we know you don't like red meat, but some of us do. You know what? Everybody is accepted here. Whatever you do or don't like is okay. We are not tripping. Okay. So, and then make sure that you follow me on my social media platforms, Foodie Gang. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And so I have some videos for us to go over, and it's going to be really, really good. But before we get into the videos, I'm going to pull up my disclaimer and read that to you. Randy said, Chico? Oh, you asked my Chico shirt? Girl, I got a Randy, I'm a kid. Oh, but Randy, I haven't done Chico's shirt yet, but it's coming. But you know what I did do today? Randy, I drank so many smoothies today because I did all the filming for the smoothie live that's going to come up pretty soon. I'm going to shoot for Tuesday. But I drank so many smoothies, Randy. I feel like I was going to turn into a smoothie. So, yes, I got the recipes. I got the smoothies videos done. Now it's going to go into editing. And that will be a live stream coming to you guys very soon, Foodie Gang. And Chico's shirt is coming as well. Yes, Randy. Okay, so the one thing about doing 907 Goodies is that I be making a lot of food sometimes. And if you guys saw my trio of salads where I made 3 different salads, it's like you can't, I'm not going to just throw those salads away. So what I did was I ate salads for like the next 2 days. But today, I made 3 smoothies, and one of the smoothies that I'm planning to share with you guys, I already made a video for it a long time ago. So I made 3 smoothies today. I gave one to Ava, and then I drank one, and I froze one. But I had to taste every single smoothie. And I was like, oh my God, this is like smoothie overload. Speaking of Ava, I also make children's content. So make sure you guys subscribe to Ava's Playtime on YouTube. Now, let me pull up this disclaimer. And let me read this to y'all before we get into these videos, because I want to let y'all know that everything that's said here, it's not on me. And also, if there are any issues with sound, please let me know, because I've been doing YouTube for a while, but I recently upgraded and got a mic. So I'm still like working that out with the mic. So y'all bear with me and let me know if anything sound crazy. Okay. What kind of banquet? Okay, that's a good question. It was for my daughter's gymnastics. So at the end of their competition season, they do a banquet where they give out awards to acknowledge all the girls that worked super, super hard. And so make sure you guys shop the Foodie Gang store to get your merch. Okay, so at my daughter's gym, there's 140 students there that are also gymnasts. And so each person brought something to the banquet. Like it was kind of like, like everyone brought something. So there was a ton of food. But yes, and I want to say this. Gymnastics is not something that you just start doing one day. You have to do it for years and years to get even good enough to even be swinging around the bars. You can't just pop up one day and say, I'm doing gymnastics. No, you really have to be dedicated to it. And it's something that my daughter has been doing for years. It's like all she's ever known. So she is very passionate about gymnastics. So I try to do as much as I can to support her in her dreams, because y'all, I'm gonna tell you, when Ava was 2 years old, she was like 2 or 3. She was watching the Olympics. Like she has been dedicated since day one. And I was asking her, I'm like, Ava, do you want to try anything else? She was like, no. She was like, no, I want to do gymnastics. So she has known what she's wanted to do since she was a little girl, which I think is amazing, because it took me 30 years to figure out what I was going to do. Like, yeah, I went to culinary school when I was 19. I cooked, and then I went away from it and I started doing something else. And now I'm back to the cooking. So it's like some people know what they want to do when they're young, and some people it takes more time. Either way it goes, that's okay. Everyone is different. Everybody gonna learn different. Rainy said, "Oh, we have to keep the kids busy." Yes, I agree. I feel like when you're not busy, that's when you tend to get into things that you shouldn't be into. So I feel like, if you can, try to keep your kids busy and doing something. And some kids have to try different things before they figure out what they like, and that is perfectly fine. I don't know. Ava's the only kid I ever met that just knew off the bat. But let me go ahead and read this disclaimer so we can get into these videos. Welcome to 907 Good Eats Kitchen Talk with Chefbigbank. Please note that the information provided on our channel, including commentary and discussions, is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Comments and opinions expressed are those of the individual and not those of 907 Good Eats. While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, we cannot guarantee its completeness, reliability, or accuracy. The use of the information provided on this channel is strictly at your own risk. We do not claim ownership of any third-party content featured on our channel. All third-party content is the intellectual property of the respected owners, and we respect their rights. Viewer description is advised for all content. So, with all that being said, we're going to get into it. I have a very big announcement for you guys that I almost forgot about. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to show you guys what the announcement is. So let me hit these buttons. If I go away, I'm coming back. Sometimes it's like, you really never know what's going to happen when you hit these buttons. Telling you. Okay. And then you got to always come back and check StreamYard because sometimes they be trying to play you. See, they be trying to play me. Okay, so what I was going to show you guys was, okay, that's for tonight. This is what I ate the other day. What I was going to show you guys is that Behind Enemy Lines Prison Food Explained Part 2 hit 10,000 views in 9 days. And we are so excited. We want to thank everyone for tuning in, for hitting the like button, and leaving a comment below. With all this being said, we are going to do a part 3. So part 1 was 6.9 and part 2 was at 10K. So we have got to do a part 2. A part 3. Y'all like, what is she talking about? Oh, and let me show y'all this since we already here. Y'all, I logged on to YouTube one day and I saw that YouTube put me up there next to Gucci Mane. I said, what? They putting respect on my name. So I just had to take a picture and share that with y'all, Foodie Gang. They put me up there next to Gucci Mane. They know I'm Big Bang. They know what's up. YouTube know what's up. So yes, y'all, we had 10K in 9 days. It was a great interview, and also like it was like a collaboration type of deal as well. Make sure that you guys go back and watch that interview. And we showed you guys videos of how they fry chicken in prison. So one dude was frying the chicken. He had a trash can. In the trash can, he had oil. And I believe that there was an iron in the trash can making the grease boil. It was crazy. I never would have thought all that was going on. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, y'all, they was frying chicken in prison. I don't know about y'all, but I was amazed. It's like, what the heck? You know, when you be at home, you be like, oh, I can't do this because I don't got this, I don't got that. They said, we don't care. We finna make some oil. We finna make it do what it do. We gonna make this chicken. I mean, to go that far, you have got to really be determined about eating fried chicken. You have really got to be serious about eating fried chicken. So, okay, I got one more thing to show y'all, then we're going to get into the videos. So, for the banquet, remember how I was telling you guys, like, each family or parent brought something? And so, for my daughter's team, our assignment was to bring burger toppings pretty much. And so, let me show y'all, because y'all know I'm Chef Big Bang. So, you know, I had to do the most when I had to bring my toppings. And let me tell y'all, it looks so beautiful. I made a whole video out of it. So let me hit these buttons down here. What did everyone eat today? So yeah, I had the banquet for dinner, and then I had cereal on a bagel for breakfast. Okay, so this is my group. This is my fan page on Facebook, Chefbigbank Foodie Gang fan page. We are at 697 members. So if you could just hit the join button so we can get to 700, that would be greatly appreciated. We are literally 3 members away from hitting the 700 member mark. So we are waiting on you to join us. This is a great group if you're someone that is thinking, or if you like cooking, but you feel like you're eating the same thing every day, you want different ideas, more recipe ideas. If you like to post food, definitely join the fan page. And even if you don't post, you can just scroll through and look at all this food. I mean, that just looks delicious. See, I've been busy today, so I try to go in here at least like a couple times a day, and I'll come through here and I'll like everything, and then I'll comment. And so, ooh, that looks really, really good. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Burger time at the bank's residence, and I want to know what. Hey, foodie toppings are you putting on your burger? Let me know down in the comment section if you're putting tomato, onions, pickles, and lettuce. And also let me know if you're going to add cheese to your burger and what type of meat is on your burger. So it is definitely burger night. Make sure you like my page, follow my page as well, and also join my group, Chef Big Bank Foodie Gang fan page. Subscribe to my channel at 907 Goodies and shop the Foodie Gang store and get all your merch. And I'll see y'all in the comment section. I'm out. Hey, Foodie Gang, how are y'all doing today? So it's burger time at the bank's residence. And I want to know, what toppings are you putting on your burger? Randy said she had jerk shrimp and rice. No, jerk shrimp and rice and peas. Okay. You put all them ands in there. That's why I was confused, girl. You know it's late night. You can't be typing like that. Dr. Frizzle, that sounds really delicious, Randy. You got to share the recipe, or you got to share a picture when you cook food. Because we want to see. Dr. Frizzle said extra lettuce. That's a new one. I never heard extra lettuce. I never heard that before. Rain said no burgers. Sorry, I'm half on the live. But Randy, they have because Randy doesn't eat red meat, as you guys know. They have chicken. You can do like a grilled chicken. Do you like that, or you just Randy said I ain't gonna do it? But yes, y'all, that was my burger toppings that I made for the banquet. Made it all pretty. I like all 4 of those toppings plus cheese, and then I'll be happy. Randy said extra lettuce and tomatoes. Is that an onion right there? All right. All right, we're at the 32-minute mark and we're finally going to get into the show. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys all the videos I have, and I'm going to let you pick which one you want to see first. Okay, so I have gathered videos from TikTok, and I also have a personal testimony from Anton Daniels from when he opened a restaurant and why the restaurant closed down. Y'all, these food videos, I be looking and I be searching for them. And so I did not know that Anton Daniels had a restaurant. I thought he was going to get one, but he had a restaurant, he opened it up, and he ended up closing it down. So I thought that would be a great video to go over with you guys. And so that's why I chose to go live late tonight. Because honestly, Randy, I wasn't even going to go live until I had the smoothies because I knew I had to come with it. But when I saw Anton Daniels' personal story about how he had the restaurant business, I said, we have got to review this video right now. And there are a lot of restaurants all over America that are always closing down. And I believe that in season 1, I mentioned it before about how these restaurants are always closing down. And so we are going to take a deep dive into the why, and we're really going to figure it out. Why are all these restaurants closing? So, should we start with Anton Daniels, or do we start with the other videos I have off of TikTok? What do you guys think? And I am so happy that we're going to go over this topic because this topic is going to help us lead into other topics I have lined up for season 2. We are going to talk about fast food. Definitely got to talk about that. We're going to talk about why the price has risen in fast food. Randy, I don't know what that means. We're going to talk about a lot about fast food, why it's risen, why some of the fast food chains are closing down. And so this live stream is going to really be the segue into the rest of the season. Dr. Frizzle said, I'm watching. Randy said, rats and cockroaches. Oh, are you saying that's why Anton Daniels closed down his restaurant? Ooh, Randy coming with it. Okay. Ooh, rats and roaches in the restaurant. And what restaurant, Randy? You got to be clear. You got to specify. What restaurant are you talking about? But y'all, I was watching. I be watching random food videos. I don't know how to. It's popping up on my algorithm. So, one of these restaurants that they closed down because they just couldn't get rid of their rats. They couldn't get rid of them, so they just closed the restaurant down. I'm like, dang. They just say, and you know what? It was a Chinese restaurant. And I don't know if y'all heard about it, but I heard they be dirty, allegedly. Ooh, yes. Popeyes, yes. Okay, so the reason why I don't really talk about rats and roaches a lot on Kitchen Talk with Chefbigbank is because I start feeling like they're crawling on me and I'll be all paranoid. And I don't like watching videos like that because it makes me feel like icky. So that's so that's why we don't really talk about rats and roaches over here that much. Because I'd be scared low key. Yes, and I've heard a lot of things about Popeyes, and we kind of went over it briefly in season 1, but we didn't really do a deep dive just into Popeyes, but you know. Okay. So I think that we're gonna start with the Anton Daniels just to really get us warmed up in talking about the subject matter. And then after that, I have some other videos from TikTok and then some news clips as well. Hey Genesis, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna click this button and we're gonna that was the wrong button. Do you guys know anyone that has ever owned a restaurant before? Well, let me tell y'all, the restaurant business is very, very tricky because the profit margins are not very high. Okay, I was like, what? That was the wrong one. I was like, what just happened? That was the wrong screen. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the right one this time. Okay, can y'all see what I'm looking at? All right. Let me see. Let me
I know you guys aren't expecting this video, but it's my reality, and I live my life like an open book. So I got to give y'all the real 100% of the time. What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. As you can see, I'm at the restaurant. It's right after Halloween.
Okay, can y'all hear it all right? Can y'all hear it? One thing I will say is if you watch Anton Daniels today, he looks different. I don't know why. Maybe that's because he's always wearing a hat, but he looks different. Okay, y'all can hear it all right? All right, I'm gonna play it.
And we have officially decided to close the restaurant. So I don't anticipate this video being that long. And you also have to excuse my voice because I've been at the Pistons game, yelling, screaming, hollering. So it's just now starting to get back. And then I've been partying with a lot of friends that's been in and out of town. But long story short, it wasn't a profitability issue. It wasn't an issue as it relates to the business itself. I just realized that it took more than I anticipated as it relates to day-to-day, every single day activities for me to run this restaurant. And then the return wasn't as big as some other businesses that I have. So I decided to.
I agree 100% with what he's saying. I've never owned my own restaurant, but just working in the kitchen, it was long hours. And it's hard work because you're serving food and you're making food. And then when you get your paycheck, you're like, what? It's very like disheartening. And so The restaurant business is a lot of work for, not that much money. And so I completely agree 100% with what he's saying. Now, Anton Daniels was probably not back in there working in the kitchen like Chef Big Bank was. But what, when you have to manage a restaurant or you have to manage any type of business, you do have to dedicate a good portion of your time to at least being on the premises.
Focus all of my energy on the businesses with the biggest growth. So the thing about the restaurant business, and I would say 98 to 99% of all businesses in general, is that it requires you to be there and to massage it. There's any business that people are telling you guys that you can just run and it's just automatic and you just get checks or whatever. There's only a couple of different businesses that I can think of and that I know of people that participates in, which I'm involved in a couple of those too. But even those aren't like you can just sit back and chill. It's a lot of leg work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of different things that goes along with that. But very few businesses in the world that I can think of outside of scamming somebody requires you to be or allows you to be able to just sit and chill and not collect, not actually be there to massage it. Restaurant business is certainly not one of them. One of the mistakes that I made earlier on in this process, not as it relates to the business itself, but just underestimating the amount of time that I had to spend here, making sure that things ran right, making sure employees did what they're supposed to do, making sure that I'm not getting, they're not stealing from me. Somebody.
You know that saying, when they say, if you can't stand the heat, get about the kitchen. Well, he got about the kitchen. He said, I can't do this. He said, I can't do this. And he wasn't even cooking. He was just managing. And then that's another thing. If you are going to go into the restaurant business, you have to be passionate about cooking and about food, or you're not going to stick with it. You're not. If you don't love cooking, then everyone thinks that they're just gonna open a restaurant, But no, it takes a lot. A lot has to go into it. And so I'm glad he made this video and kept it real. He was like, this is too much for me. I can't stand the heat. So I'm getting about the kitchen. He said, I'm out of here. Look, he ran about that kitchen and ran right to YouTube.
Calls off. You got to be there, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to evaluate how much your time is worth. One of the mistakes that I made earlier on was that, as you guys know, I just recently quit my job. But one of the mistakes I made earlier on was that I was still, putting in 60, 70 hours a week in corporate America. Then I had to run my other businesses. And then I was supposed to run the restaurant full time too. So, for the better part of a year, I probably only averaged 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day. And that's just not healthy. I started to pick up a lot of weight. I started to be a lot more stressed out because I didn't believe in excuses. I still don't believe.
Is that what it is? Is that why he looks different, y'all, Foodie Gang? Did he look different because he lost some weight or something? Because don't he look different now? But you know what? I like when people make YouTube videos like this. And because like these type of videos can be very informative to someone who is thinking about the restaurant business and just hops up and says, I want a restaurant. It is a lot of work and profit margins are very little. And it's a lot of time that you have to invest into the business. Dr. Frizzle said, no glasses nor hat. Is that what it is? Okay. He always got a hat on. Because he looked way different to me. He said, I'm up out of here. Y'all can have this.
Believe in excuses. I don't believe in failure. But then at the same time, it's like, what is failure? And how important is your health? One of the things that happened recently, I can hear the fire trucks and stuff. I'm trying to let these things go by. Anyways, one of the things that recently happened, not to me, but to a fellow entrepreneur in the area, was that he wound up, I think he had a heart attack and he died. But he was a restaurant owner, and, it just, I guess, the day-to-day grind over so many years just became too stressful, and it took him out. And I don't, want to be that successful to where I can't be there for my daughter and things, I can't travel without worrying, which is, you go out of town, you go places, as you guys know, I just really started traveling a lot more lately since I had quit my job. But one of the things, as you guys know, is that I used to travel a whole lot more than I have been recently. And I can attribute a lot of that to the restaurant. So in addition to that, there's some other.
I wonder, okay, I see a spider on the spider web. It must have been Halloween and they was decorating. And it says Sweet Soul Kitchen. Okay, so I didn't look up the menu. I wonder if I could find the menu online, but it looks like he was doing like soul food maybe. And it looks like it was maybe around Halloween. Did you see the spider in the web? But I mean, the restaurant didn't look too bad. They must have closed them doors immediately because they still got decorations and everything in there. Normally, what happens is like they do like a going out of business sale. He said, "I'm making this video immediately. I already know I'm not with this."
Things, Rita, who I wind up relying on more and more so that I can get a little bit of sleep. She had career aspirations and things that she wanted to do, that she wanted to cross off her bucket list. And it wasn't fair to her long term for me to require her to participate in something that I started and I was running, And don't get me wrong, she loved it just as much as I did. But at the same time, you got to evaluate at what point in your life do you want to do certain things. And then, how long do you put other things that you want to do in addition to that on hold until you can, get around to it so that you can run this thing. And it just never ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have a lot of turnover. We paid a lot of money per hour in correlation to what the minimum wage is. We pay significantly more than that. And people just don't want to work. They don't have the work ethic. They don't put the time in. People going to call off. They're going to get drunk. They're going to all of that stuff. Like, this.
And then to what Anton Daniels is saying as far as the employees, that is when I believe becoming a business owner or being a business owner is very tricky. Because when you have a restaurant business, if one of your employees does call out, you have to hop in there and take over for that person or try to get that shift covered. And when I worked in the kitchen, there would be so many cooks calling out every day. And a lot of times I would be the only one working in the grill station, or I'd be the only one on the night crew that would show up to work. And there's not much you can do when an employee calls out and says, I'm sick, because if you go too hard on them, they might quit. And then what do? And then you got to think about that. Like, you're right. It's not possible for your business to be fully staffed all the time. There are going to be points in, or there are going to be times when you don't have staff or when you are short staffed. And so with him not cooking, when one of the cooks calls out, he probably had to cook. And that's why he said, I'm out of here. And it just takes a lot of time to run a restaurant. And the profit margins for restaurants are very slim. This video was made 4 years ago. I can only imagine how it is in today's time with the minimum wage going up to $20. Because if they can work at McDonald's down the street and get $20 an hour, why would they come work at your restaurant for $15? So you have to compete. And that's where it gets very, very tricky. So if you are trying to start out a new business, it may be in your best interest to do a business where you are the sole employee in the beginning, just so that you don't run into these issues. And having to pay employees is something to think about. It's especially if you want to have a restaurant. Very important. Well, let's get back into the video.
It's crazy. And how long do you want to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? No matter how well the processes are that you put in place, you can't prevent human error. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not here, are they doing what they're supposed to do? If Rita not here, are they doing what they're supposed to do? And again, like I said, Rita has her own dreams and perspectives, things that she want to cross off her bucket list, in addition to the restaurant also. So, you know, like I said, it was a really, really fun ride. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. You know, I got the type of education that you can't get, and I was profitable. You know, a lot of people can't say that they was profitable, and that, you know, the reason why they're no longer participating in being in a restaurant business is because, you know, it just doesn't make sense for their lifestyle. So I appreciate everybody that came to see me, visit me, that participated in the success of this restaurant. But it's time to move on. And every story is not a bad story of transition. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just makes the most sense. As a matter of fact, I think that the best entrepreneurs have an exit plan or can realize when it doesn't line up with what it is that they're trying to do, you know, or it's no longer as profitable as other businesses that they may have in their portfolio. So yeah, it was fun. And I'm going to still give you guys game as it relates to business and understanding business, the restaurant business. I got new things that's coming. I got other businesses that I started that I've been cultivating over the last probably.
What I will say is that when he got out of the business, I think he was already making content, but what he did was very smart. He saw something that wasn't working, and he immediately pivoted from that and went on to a different path. Foodie Gang, if you are doing something in life that is not working and it is not serving the proper purpose or is stressing you out, it is okay to change. It's okay to give up on something that's not serving you and to move on to a better purpose or a bigger purpose. And we do this thing in life where we try to hold on for as long as we can. But some things you gotta just let go. And like AD left the restaurant business, he said, I gotta let this go. This ain't for me. It's okay if you're doing something that doesn't work. Change what you're doing so that you can be happy or do something that works for you. Don't try to hang on to the last minute. And speaking of that statement that I just made, the next videos I'm going to show you, I am going to show you what can happen when you try to hang on to the last minute. And so what we're seeing now is we're seeing AD leaving the business before it got to a point where he, you know, technically would fail, go bankrupt. The next video I'm going to show you a restaurant that hung on to the last minute. and they was not giving up. And they did not change what they were doing. But there's like a minute left of this video. Let's see what he has to say.
At least 6 to 7 months, and that's going really, really well. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to do this, that I, put my own money up, because, it don't count if you investing with other people's money. You got to put your own money up if you really believe in what it is that you're doing. So I appreciate y'all. This is not meant to be a long video. It's just meant to, give y'all some insight into what's going on in my life. And of course, there's more to come. I drop videos every single week. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll holler at y'all later. Make sure you holler at me at antondaniels.com. I've been posting, written articles, because I've been blogging a lot more outside of the videos. Look at this. This the Halloween decorations getting stuck in my shoes. That's not good. Got some business meetings to go to. Did y'all see our decorations? It's dope, right? I am gonna miss this place. I'm gonna miss it as a place where we used to come and hang out at night, cook up some good food, place where we can go and eat, where we owned and things like that. But like I said, it must all come to a close. Gotta show y'all the kitchen still. Gotta do a little bit more cleaning up, all of that. But yeah.
So the restaurant, it did look nice. It looked nice, and it looked like it was kind of like a how like Chipotle is, and when you can go through the line and pick your toppings out, it kind of looked like that type of setup where you can like pick out your toppings. And so he had a good restaurant. It looked very clean. The decorations were nice, but you can have all that and have terrible management, employees that don't show up, and your restaurant will be struggling. So looks are not everything, but they are important. Okay. Let me see. I think it's this video. Okay. So I have some more videos lined up for you guys. Thank you to everybody that's watching so far. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can support this channel and keep the stove on at #Chefbigbank.
This restaurant.
Okay, this is the video that I wanted to show y'all. So we saw AD. He said, "This is too much. I'm out of here." This restaurant hung on until the last minute. And if y'all have ever been to Red Lobster, then you know about them Cheddar Bay biscuits. That's the only I don't go to Red Lobster a lot, but them Cheddar Bay biscuits, so good. But man, I'll tell you this, the portions at Red Lobster was scampy. They knew they was foul. Okay, so Red Lobster is closing all of its locations. Most Red Lobsters around closed this morning without notice to any staff. I walked in thinking I was going to work today and saw this. Okay. If you are a restaurant and you do close suddenly, it is wrong for you to not let your staff know. It is so wrong. And I've heard a lot of these stories about restaurants closing unexpectedly and not telling the staff. And that's foul. Like, you knew before today that you were closing. So why not tell people? It's just so wrong.
One of the greatest restaurants in America has sadly said that they're about to file for bankruptcy. Red Lobster, the largest seafood restaurant in America, is now going to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy next week, after earlier this week they announced that they were going to be closing dozens of restaurants. They're saying that Red Lobster suffered from strategic challenges, and all-you-can-eat shrimp deal that executives hoped would turn the chain around contributed to.
Okay, so this goes back into what I was saying, that if you have bad management, it doesn't matter how good your restaurant looks. If you have bad management, it's going to fail every time. Unlimited shrimp, whose idea was that? And who signed off on this? Seafood is so expensive. And so now you're telling me that you're going to have unlimited shrimp? That just doesn't even make any sense. And I question whose idea this was and who allowed this.
To millions of dollars in losses. Red Lobster's majority owner, the seafood supplier Thai Group, said it had lost too much money on the chain earlier this year and wanted to cut bait. So one of the greatest restaurants in all of America is being shut down because too many people took their all-you-can-eat shrimp too literally. And not.
Okay, he said the greatest restaurant in all of America. I'm going to need him to hit the like button and subscribe to 907 Goodies. There's so many better restaurants than Red Lobster. He clearly has not eaten at anywhere better than Red Lobster, because if y'all know seafood, Red Lobster ain't it. Now, the Cheddar Bay biscuits is good, but you hear they lost millions of dollars for giving unlimited shrimp. I'm telling you guys, Foodie Gang, if you have bad management, your restaurant is going to fail every time.
To mention the cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster were top-notch, nothing compared to these. But for those of you that used to go out to Red Lobster as a nice-ish, fancy dinner, what do you think about this? Are you sad to hear that Red Lobster is sadly going to shut down all of its locations?
No, I don't feel sad at all, because Red Lobster is a big company with a big budget. If you guys fumbled the bag and you are now going out of business and you're going bankrupt, it is your fault. You had every opportunity to make it work. Who I feel bad for is the little guy, the small businesses who don't have CEOs, who don't have a board of directors, who don't have investors. I feel bad for those people, because when they go out of business, they really go out of business. Everyone at Red Lobster who's on the board and all that stuff is going to walk away and be okay. It's a little guy who can't just walk away. And I also feel bad for the employees, because like I said, y'all, the restaurant business will overwork you and underpay you, allegedly. Let me play this video one more time, see if we missed anything.
Restaurants in America has sadly said that they're about to file for bankruptcy. Red Lobster, the largest seafood restaurant in America, is now going to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy next week, after earlier this week they announced that they were going to be closing dozens of restaurants. They're saying that Red Lobster suffered from strategic challenges, and all-you-can-eat shrimp deal that executives hoped would turn the chain around contributed to millions of dollars in losses. Red Lobster's majority owner, the seafood supplier Thai Group, said it had lost too much money on the chain earlier this year and wanted to cut bait. So one of the greatest restaurants in all of America is being shut down because too many people took their all-you-can-eat shrimp too literally. And not to mention the cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster were top-notch, nothing compared to these. But for those of you that used to go out to Red Lobster as a nice-ish, fancy dinner, what do you think about this? Are you sad to hear that Red Lobster is sadly going to shut down all of its locations?
They said bankruptcy. They said we out of here. Now, if they would have been like AD and they would have got out when they started seeing things go bad, they probably could have cut some losses. But they waited until the last minute. they were not giving up. Sometimes it's okay to give up and save yourself, like Anton Daniels did. When he gave up, he saved himself, and he came right back over here to YouTube. He got his job back, and you know what I'm saying. But this is what can happen if you hang on to the last minute. And like I said before, an all you can eat shrimp deal is a very bad idea. You can do all you can eat fries because fries are cheap, but seafood is very expensive. And another reason why a lot of these restaurants are closing is because the minimum wage has gone up. And so that makes it very, very competitive. I actually have a cousin who's also a chef as well. And he had a restaurant. He lives in Atlanta. He closed his restaurant because the overhead costs to run his restaurant were very, very high. What overhead costs means, it means your rent, your labor, and the food. So those would be overhead costs, like how much it costs to actually run the business. So what he did was he closed down his restaurant and got a food truck because two people can run the food truck and it's much cheaper. So he is seeing a higher profit margin. And you know, all these things matter. And you got to think if you are going to have employees, you have to pay insurance. You know, in the kitchen, it is so easy for people to hurt themselves. Y'all, we're going to have to talk about that, Foodie Gang. Because I saw some crazy stories and I heard some things. I heard this one person. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit, and then we're going to move on to the next video. Okay, so when I worked at Portland State University, we had multiple kitchens because it was a college campus. So I worked in one of the kitchens, and this person worked in the other kitchen. Okay, so once a week, we would clean the fryer out, right? So he was cleaning the fryer out, right, Foodie Gang? Something happened, and I believe he slipped. So the hot oil went onto his hand and his arm, and he ended up going to the hospital. But I saw him like a couple days later, right? And his arm and his hand was like literally melted with boils on it. Y'all, so you got to think of those situations when you do have staff working in the kitchen, because them hurting themselves is a real possibility. People cut themselves with knives all the time. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose to get workman's comp, but it be happening. So you got to think about these things when you are running a restaurant. The cost, the overhead costs. So he closed down his restaurant. He got a food truck because it takes two people to run the food truck, and he had more flexibility with it because when you have a restaurant, you got to stay in one place. But with the food truck, he can like travel around, he can do parties, he can do events. So, y'all, I saw some crazy accidents. We're going to have to go over that in a live stream. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you can support this channel, keep the stove on at Monday Sign Chefbigbank. So we're going to take this video out and we're going to get into our next video. Yeah, y'all, Red Lobster is closing down. There's some other restaurants that are closing down as well. Pretty soon, y'all, we all going to be working for DoorDash, YouTube, and Google and YouTube is the same. Because it is not looking good out here. It's not. It's not looking good out here for us.
10. Tasty Thai restaurant now says that it is shutting its doors after receiving thousands of hate comments and death threats. This was after a rumor spread about that restaurant serving dog meat.
Fox 26 reporter Sophia Alessio spoke with the owner today about this tough decision after the restaurant had only been open for 8 months. So, Sophia, why did he feel he had to close down?
Listen, Monty, Dave Rossavong told me he didn't want the threats to get worse. He says that he feared for his employees' lives, and this pushed him to ultimately make that decision.
That really is the worst, to say something like that about somebody. That's our name, this is our business that's attached to it.
Tasty Thai, located off of 1st Street and Belmont Avenue in Fresno, is closing its doors permanently after rumors spread like wildfire about the restaurant abusing and serving dog meat.
It almost happened overnight. I thought someone was messing with us because it was similar comments about the treatment of dogs, which is disgusting. I don't even like to repeat it.
Earlier in May, a woman on Facebook posted these photos of a dog at a house next door to the establishment. She claimed the dog was getting abused. Fresno police debunked that rumor, but she was insistent on social media, saying Tasty Thai owned the house next to it. She even claimed in a video the Fresno Humane Society asked her to leave the business alone.
To stay away.
Now, this is foul. This is another reason why restaurants can close because of scandals. People spreading around false rumors. Now, I feel like this lady should get some type of legal action. Like, you shouldn't just be able to lie on a business and say you got dog meat or say that they're serving dog meat, make them close down their business because of this nasty rumor that you spread, and then you just walk away scot-free. That's not right. That's not right. But this lady, this lady looked like she got some screws loose. She looked like she did this before. She did this before. And then, how do you even know what dog meat tastes like unless you've been eating dog?
Away, or I will be in trouble for harassment. I'm not staying away. I am gonna keep going, not on his property, but by there. Heartbreaking as it is, it makes more sense that they are eating the meat and selling the meat. It is just, oh my God, I can't even.
It's almost uncomfortable to even have to respond to that because it's such a disgusting accusation. No, absolutely not. I mean, just because we're an Asian establishment doesn't mean that we serve dog meat.
Y'all, Foodie Gang, do he got both socks? Them cheeks is tight.
Meat, it's hard to say it out loud, but it's no.
Rossavong says after that, his business received thousands of racist comments on social media, on Yelp, and calls threatening his staff. He says he chose to shut down the business because safety is his #1 priority.
That's how we ultimately came to that decision, because you don't know what's coming. There was so much that's happened already, and although you want to be optimistic, the internet is a very volatile place.
Tasty Thai has only been
Yeah, he said he was scared. He said, I know I ain't about this life. I'm out of here. He said, I'm out of here. He said, y'all can have it.
open for 8 months, and Rossavong says he never expected to have to shut it down so quickly. But even though he's losing his business, he says he's still hopeful.
It's very tough. This decision was tough. But the only reason why we've been able to be positive is because obviously we have each other. And that's allowed us to say, this is happening for a reason. So stay positive and it will work out on its own.
Rossavong says he's right now not seeking legal action against the woman who started the rumors. He's just hoping Tasty Thai can get a new location in the Valley.
Only 8 months.
I know.
And you think about the investment that's been made.
And you know, these things that were said, you know, off into in the ether, out in the social media, and suddenly it brings all of that on top of them.
The power of keyboard warriors, unfortunately. All right, thanks, Sophia.
The Fresno Police Department says it is still investigating the rumors as a hate crime.
A hate crime. Man, I didn't, what? They said it's a hate crime. They said we're gonna get that lady. Man, that's kind of crazy because there's a lot of crimes that be happening in America that should be registered as a hate crime but don't qualify. And it looked like she might have been Asian. So how don't she look, or maybe she was Hispanic, but she kind of looked Asian to me too. So we don't know, but we're gonna see what's gonna go down with that. So there you have it. AD said it was too much time. It was hard dealing with employees. Rumors that get spread can also be why your restaurant closed. His restaurant closed after 8 months. But Foodie Gang, all somebody has to do is they got to come in there and eat some food and then claim they got sick. And that can take your business under. Let me tell y'all. And we are in the social media digital age. So it was different back in the day because they get bad service, they keep it to themselves. Now we got Yelp, we got TikTok, we got Instagram, we got Facebook. So you can really create a slander campaign against the restaurant and really end their run. But 8 months, I wonder if he knew this lady. Because she was very adamant. And then she gonna take pictures of the dog next door and say it's their dog. Man, this lady need to get beat up. She need to get beat up because that was foul what she did. And then she gonna make like, oh, my head hurt.
2024. 10. Red Lobster. Despite being a household name for seafood, Red Lobster has been closing locations due to financial challenges, with over 50 outlets shut down since 2021. 9. Hard Rock Cafe. This iconic chain, known for its restaurants, hotels, and casinos, has seen a number of closures in recent years, reflecting ongoing economic difficulties. 8. Applebee's. The chain has been experiencing a decline in sales since 2015, leading to the closure of over 120 outlets. Despite various initiatives to attract customers, Applebee's has struggled to regain its footing. 7. Sparrow. Once a staple in shopping malls, Sparrow has suffered due to the decline of mall shopping and rising ingredient costs, leading to the closure of half its U.S. outlets since 2004. 6. Hooters. Known for its unique dining experience, Hooters has faced management instability and ownership changes, leading to a significant number of outlet closures.
Remember when I told y'all bad management can really sink your business? Look at Hooters. They said it was due to bad management. See, Chefbigbank know what she's talking about, okay? I'm not just sitting up here talking. I know what I'm talking about, okay? So I just want to let y'all know. That confirmed I knew what I was talking about.
5. The Cheesecake Factory. This popular dining chain is...
Now, I am very sad to hear this because the Cheesecake Factory was my spot when I lived in Oregon. But I'm going to tell y'all something. After COVID-19, the service and the quality of food went down. They've been struggling ever since C-19. So I wonder if that has something to do with it. But man, I don't really care for the cheesecake. I like the pasta. I felt like the pasta was good. Okay, we got somebody down here in the queue. Let me see. And y'all, if my mic sounds weird, let me know. What's up, Dr. Frizzo?
What up, Wiz?
What'd you say?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I ain't chopping up, man.
A little bit. Talk again. Let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I'm chopping. I hope it ain't chopping up again.
You're not that time. Did you change something? Like, did you get a new mic or something?
Nah, this the upgrades on this laptop, I guess it ain't upgrade like it supposed to. They probably finna wipe Windows 10 out.
Oh, you know what? Every time they're about to release something new, they make sure that everything else behind that breaks down.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like that, I think that's what's going on. Yeah.
Okay, because like normally your sound sounds good, like, but how you doing today?
Oh shit, I don't know what you doing up, man. Take your ass to sleep. You up
You know,
late?
I'm up late, but I haven't went live since Mother's Day, so I wanted to get at least one live in this week because I've been
Oh,
busy.
okay. Damn. Yeah, I seen your notification pop up. I said, what she got going on? Then
I
you
know,
go,
but remember Dr. Frizzle in the beginning, we used to always be up late. Now we done got like, I guess we done got tired or something.
burned out. Got burned out. I look on the screen. I say, look at her. She's shining and shit. I was shining and shit. I said, man, I know I'm dove as hell. Dove like a pencil.
I know it's weird because it's like I was tired earlier, and then I was watching No Captivity with Freezy. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to No Captivity with Freezy. And then after that, I was like, man, I want to go live too.
Oh, you got pumped up a little bit.
Yeah, I got pumped up, but I had to, get up out of the lives they was talking about Diddy, and I was like, okay, this is about 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, I know how they get sometimes. Cause it's a
Yeah,
lot of
so
that story been going on for a minute. You get kind of burned out on these celebrities.
yeah, and there's other stuff going on in the world too, which is why 907 Goodies is here to keep
Yeah,
y'all informed because we need to not get distracted by the obvious stuff. It's the things that are happening that nobody is talking about that we need to pay some mind to.
yeah. Hey, I had a restaurant that shut down on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was working at Ryan Steakhouse, and the manager had he was already giving us warnings like, hey, we might shut down. And he ended up quitting. And when he quit, I said, yeah, it's over with, because that was his top job. That's what he liked to do. But after he quit, I went ahead and found another job. Yeah. And they ended up shutting down.
Dang.
They shut down like 2 months after I left.
Dang. I wonder if they do you know if they notify the staff that was working there or they just like closed the restaurant down?
The managers knew, because he just kept saying we might shut down. We might go out, we might shut down. That's all he kept saying. And I took heed.
Man.
I took heed of it. Like I was listening to him. And then when he quit, I knew it was over with. Yep.
Dang, that's crazy. I never had a shutdown happen to me before, but I've heard of it happening before, and I think that with DoorDash and Uber Eats, we're gonna be seeing this a lot more.
Well, who gonna cook the food? The
I don't know,
restaurant?
but they can come over here and subscribe to 907 Goodies and learn how to cook. Because you
Yeah.
remember the tip episode, right? When they were asking for them tips?
Right.
Food is gonna get too expensive to eat out. Eating out is gonna be a luxury.
Wow. That's gonna be crazy too.
Yeah. Especially with like the cost of food going up. It's like, honestly, we could barely afford to eat at home.
Yeah, they've been. I work in a marketplace. That's all they talk about. Why the food going up? Why the food? I told them, hey, just get like me, eat you some oatmeal and cereal.
Yeah, or, you got to start eating 2 times a day. You can't be eating 3 times no more.
Right. That's why I always say I cook me something on my day off, and through the rest of the week I just survive. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what you can do also is when you cook a lot of food so you can have some leftovers. But it sounds like you be eating a lot though.
On my day
It
off
sounds
I
like you
eat a
be
lot.
eating down.
On my day off I do, but through the rest of the week, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like I get some lunch at work, or I go to the restaurant down the street and I eat there, or I go to the other grocery store where they serve food at, and I get me a plate. So I be spending a lot of goddamn money on food.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I would say is like eating out is nice though, because like you don't gotta cook, you don't gotta do no dishes. It is nice, but can you imagine like 3 years from now how expensive it's gonna be to eat out? It's
3 years
it's
from
it's
now,
gonna be crazy.
we might have digital cash by in 3 more years, so it shouldn't be no problem for them to put that extra money on that check. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah, you're right. I think the only way out of this mess is to become a content creator.
Yeah, I mean, creating content, if you get monetized, you're good, but that's work. It's a
Yes,
lot of
I
work.
agree. Honestly, Dr. Frizzle, it seems like anywhere I go, we just gotta work hard.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Like whether that's in content creation or working a job, it seems like there's just no way unless you scam me. Like AD said, there is no way to go around it.
Pretty much. Oh, unless you hit it big, you at the casino, one of the Powerballs or scratch off ticket.
Yeah, I think you have a higher chance of getting hit by lightning.
Yeah. It's
Have
the
you
grind.
ever have you ever eaten at the Cheesecake Factory before?
But I love me some cheesecake, and that's where I want to go.
Well, you better go there quick because they're closing them.
Damn.
You better go there. We don't have one of these in Alaska, but when I was in Oregon, that's when I tried the Cheesecake Factory, and that was my spot until C19 hit, and I said, nope, y'all got too many problems up in here.
Yeah, I need to go there before they shut down, but hell, I might not make it. So what's going on? So what's going on right there?
Okay, so this is the top 10 list of restaurants that are closing down in 2024. I can actually go ahead and restart. I'll restart the video.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
10 biggest restaurant chains that are collapsing in 2024. 10. Red Lobster. Despite being a household name for seafood, Red Lobster has been closing locations due to financial challenges, with over 50 outlets shut down since 2021. 9. Hard Rock Cafe. This iconic chain, known for its restaurants, hotels, and casinos, has seen a number of closures in recent years, reflecting ongoing economic difficulties. 8. Applebee's. The chain has been experiencing a decline in sales since 2015, leading to the closure of over 120 outlets. Despite various initiatives to attract customers, Applebee's has struggled to regain its Fooding 7, Sparrow. Once a staple in shopping malls, Sparrow has suffered due to the decline of mall shopping and rising ingredient costs, leading to the closure of half its U.S. outlets since 2004. 6. Hooters. Known for its unique dining experience, Hooters has faced management instability and ownership changes, leading to a significant number of outlet closures. 5. The Cheesecake Factory. This popular dining chain is grappling with rising costs and the after effects of the pandemic, leading to the closure of 38 branches since its inception. 4. Buffalo Wild Wings. The chain is struggling with a chicken shortage, underperformance, and rising labor costs, resulting in the closure of 93 outlets since 2019. 3. Taco Bell. Customer dissatisfaction over recent price hikes and higher app prices, combined with a decline in trading in certain regions, is negatively impacting Taco Bell too. Chipotle. Despite its popularity among young consumers, Chipotle is facing financial struggles, leading to the closure of 65 locations with more expected to shut down. 1. Pizza Hut. Once America's favorite pizza chain, Pizza Hut is shifting towards a takeout model and has closed 450 branches permanently, reflecting changing consumer preferences and economic challenges. 10 biggest
Dang,
restaurants.
Pizza Hut, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Foodie Gang, America's Most Outrageous Food Stories, Season 2, Episode 4. I actually did reported on Buffalo Wild Wings and Taco Bell. So to have them in this lineup, they might be for real going down. If those lawsuits, they're the Buffalo Wild Wings is still ongoing. They're definitely going to be closing down if they lose that lawsuit.
Mm. Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh man, they shutting down Hooters.
I mean, have you ever eaten at Hooters?
And nah, that place really for guys to just really come get their eye candy on.
Yeah, and this is what I would say. If you're gonna open a restaurant, the food needs to be the selling point, not girls and little clothes.
Yeah,
that's not a long-term business model.
Them girls don't even got no Hooters. That's why they shutting down.
Yeah, and it's like I actually knew someone that would work there, and she would like post pictures on Facebook. I'm like, okay, but you know why Hooters probably closed down or is closing down? Because now they got OnlyFans and they got other stuff.
Right.
People don't gotta necessarily go to Hooters to see people in skimpy clothes. They can go on Facebook for that.
Right. Yep.
And so,
Mm.
but you know, I think if you're gonna have a restaurant, it needs to be about food.
Yeah, that's mainly the making food more quality food.
Yeah. And they said Buffalo Wild Wings is struggling with a chicken shortage.
Yeah, because
Man,
all they serve is chicken, of course.
I'm telling you, them wings at Buffalo Wild Wings is skimpy with all capital letters.
I don't even eat the chicken.
Expensive as hell.
I don't eat the chicken. I still order me a burger with some fries.
But I like Buffalo Wild Wings like for their drinks and stuff. But they said 93 outlets since 2019. And you know what? The minimum wage just went to $20. So it's like these restaurants are really about to be struggling.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, we're gonna be
if the minimum wage goes up.
We're gonna be ordering out of food trucks, look like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Ordering out of food trucks, so y'all better learn how to cook. And then this is talking about Taco Bell. Man, okay, so on season 2, episode 4, somebody sued Taco Bell for saying that they had false advertising on how their meat or how much meat or how their food looks. And honestly, Dr. Frizzle, I feel like that lawsuit was very accurate, and Taco Bell should get sued for that because they do be lying.
They trash anyway. Yeah. That fake.
Like
the meat is fake. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Taco Bell might need to go down.
That's not ground beef. That's veggie meat, whatever they call it. That meat is fake.
And yeah, somebody sued Subway because they were saying that the tuna wasn't real tuna. Can somebody sue Taco Bell and say the beef ain't real beef?
I don't know.
You said it's trash.
Yeah, I've been stopped eating her.
Good.
Because she
said, I
eating
love
that.
it here.
She smashing. Smash. Yeah.
Becky getting down on it. Or no, that's Karen. Karen getting down on it. And you know what? Whatever she ordered did not look like that. They gave her a good one because they knew she was going to be on camera.
Right. Yeah, she getting it in.
She is. Ugh.
It's falling out. She's smashed.
Look that. There go another one.
Lord have mercy.
Look at her. And when you know what's crazy, when you go into fast food places, you don't really ever see people in there sitting down no more, like how they used to be.
Right.
Everybody gets their food. Everybody, it's weird. Like, ain't nobody got time for nothing. But yet y'all be on YouTube chilling and on TikTok scrolling. So I don't know.
I'm glad nobody be in there. Cause guess what? I be in there sitting down eating.
Yeah.
I got a seat. I ain't got to worry about hearing nobody's mouth. I might see people with kids, but other than that, hey, I sit down to eat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, and there do not be this many people in Taco Bell. I don't know what was going on, but I've never seen this many people in Taco Bell. And
yeah, a free giveaway or something.
And then who is that? That is not how it goes. Look, they put your food on the counter and they call out your number. They need to stop lying.
Right.
This is like a whole butler. Like,
and
I haven't seen a waitress dressed like this ever.
Not even that Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Look, she getting ready to protest.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
She getting ready to protest. Yeah, and then what was the last? Oh, Pizza Hut. Okay, so do you remember back in the day, they would have like the Pizza Huts that you could go in and eat?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that no more. But Pizza Hut is very expensive.
Yeah, they took it up a notch.
I feel like Pizza Hut is very expensive. And then like this, people don't go in and eat Pizza Hut no more. This like, where they get these clips from?
Pizza Hut is mainly Super Bowl game time type of place. Sunday night sports games. People have house parties. They usually order Pizza Hut.
That is true, but I feel like another thing is that there's so many restaurants now.
Kind of seemed, the right timing 2 weeks before all of the fast food locations in California got that increase that we closed.
That's what the former assistant manager of Mod Pizza is saying after its Clovis location is now closed, empty and stripped.
Personally, if they would have gone about it in a better way, I feel like I would feel better about it. But just the lack of notice and all of a sudden just, the axe for everybody is just really disheartening.
According to the California WARN Act, employers need to give a 60-day notice to the affected employees before a mass layoff.
I do have a feeling it had to do with the $20 an hour increase, seeing as they knew it was coming. I love this company. It really sucks. I put blood, sweat, and tears into this. I opened the Fresno location, they closed that location. I helped open this location, and now it's closed as well.
What do you think, Dr. Frizzo?
Another piece of place bites the dust. And I ain't never heard of those mod pizzas.
They are really good. When I live in Portland, Oregon, they had them and they were delicious.
Oh,
But what did people from California think was going to happen when the minimum wage went up to $20 an hour? They thought that they were just going to be working all these hours, making all this money.
That's like, what I'm saying.
Hello, you niggas was getting fired.
That's what I was telling people. We getting all these raises, but our hours getting cut.
Exactly, and so it balances out because it balances out. But I think that people thought that they were going to be working the same amount of hours and getting paid more. And in a perfect world, that would be great. But and then is she the news reporter dressed like this?
Yeah, that's a news reporter dressed like Little Red Riding Hood. You know what I'm saying? ready to go sleep in the bed.
Yeah, like she going to the club.
She out there.
Yeah, I got no more clothes than her.
Yeah, she out there. Hey, that's a new thing right now. Teachers, at the church, news reporters, everybody got to wear something enticing.
Yeah, and then people want to complain about people only want them for that thing. It's like, well, of course they do.
That's what they showing.
Yeah, but who let her go to work like this?
Yeah, she too dolled up.
Look, she went to the club last night and rolled out of bed and went to work. That's what happened.
Right. That's what it looked like. Probably didn't even sleep. But this what most companies doing, especially pizza companies, right? They putting their pizzas in the stores now.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because everyone's kind of thinking about their bottom line. But one thing I will say, for them to close like that and not give the staff any type of warning is very, very foul.
Yeah. But that's the way to keep them working until they shut it down. If they tell them, nobody coming to work.
And you're right about that, because when your manager told you, you got up out of there quickly. You kind of started looking for your plan B.
Right.
But one thing I would say, Foodie Gang, is y'all got to be careful about giving these companies your blood, sweat, and tears, like he stated, because when it's time, they don't care that much about you. So when it's time for them to dip out, that's what they're going to do. And you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something that was never yours. But and I mean, he can be mad at the Mod Pizza, but who can blame them?
They'll be in the stores soon. They'll be right next to what's that pizza place that came to our store? We just got some new pizza from, it's a restaurant though. I can't think of the name of it right now. But yeah, we got Sonic Tots. I don't know if you've seen those in the store. The tots that Sonic sell, they sell them in the store now.
Oh, that's kind of smart, because having like a factory like that where it's like where they're producing the pizzas and then you sell them in stores, that could be a better profit margin than actually working in the restaurant. Because you got to think, now we have DoorDash, Uber Eats, no one's really coming in to sit down and eat. So you just put it in the stores. People's already shopping. That's probably easier.
Right.
Okay, so the way Mod Pizza work is it's kind of like Chipotle, where like they take you down the serving line and you can pick out your toppings.
Oh.
And then they put it in this wood fire oven, and it's so good, but it is very expensive, in my opinion. I can only imagine how much this one costs in California with a high minimum wage. In California, I heard it's expensive.
How much was y'all large pizzas when you was eating there?
I think one of them had to be like maybe like $14, $15.
Damn.
Shit. That's what I'm saying. And it wasn't that big either. It was like that. It was like a personal pizza.
Wow.
But because they were cooking in a wood fire oven, that was like a way to, upsell. They was good though. It was good, but it was kind of like I didn't go there a lot, but I can only imagine how much their food costs.
Wow. That's crazy.
He said, I put my blood, sweat, and tears, and I helped them open in multiple locations. Bro. And then it's like nobody tells you to do that. But nobody tells you to do that. And you always got to keep in mind, this ain't my place. This ain't my business.
Right. Well, I say my blood, sweat, and tears.
That's like, bro, you need to put your blood, sweat, and tears into your own business, your own hustle. This ain't see, Dr. Frizzle, we know when we go to work, this ain't mine.
Right. Damn sure ain't. I'm gonna do what I can.
I care, but I don't care.
That right there, that part. Shit. I'm
like,
there.
y'all ain't gonna stress me out.
I'm there to collect my check and do what I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not finna go above and beyond. I'm not finna jump through no hoops. And the moment my money funny, that's when my work gonna get funny.
Right. You already know what they say, And they will do you like that. One day you there, the next day you can be cut. You know what I'm saying? Like
cut. And I feel like during COVID, we all learned that lesson that they is looking out for themselves. But we already knew that. It's them.
We know that. I've been knowing this since 2008 when I started working for Winn-Dixie. Got to watch how they move. Man, they don't care. Yep.
As soon as budget cuts come, people is getting laid off. So like I said, I care, but I don't care. Look, like you're not gonna stress me out. You're not gonna put your stress onto me because I'm an employee, not an owner. Now, don't be giving these people your blood, sweat, and tears. Save it for yourself.
Pretty much. Yep. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Put that in your own business. It's crazy.
Well, let me go ahead and play this next video.
Oh, Jesus. She go. She go. Let me know. She look good. She look good. She look like herself. Let me get the AP. I want to do the AP, but let me get the money. Get the wedges. I gotta get the wedges in the back bay. Wedges in the back bay. Wedges going to sweet tea. just giving on the God the head of my life. Hey, I just want to say thank y'all so much for everything that y'all did for me over the last 37 years. Dang on, man. You took care of me when I couldn't take care of myself. Oh, Jesus. Hold me tight, Jesus. Hold me
tight. Okay. So we
Man,
saw from the employee aspect and the owner aspect how they feel when their restaurant closes. This is from the customer aspect and how they feel. Hilarious.
That guy, he is hilarious. Somebody be like that for real.
It do like, and it sucks because it's like when your favorite restaurant closes or something that you eat is not available anymore, it can be so sad. You were like, no, you know what I'm saying? But he was coming out with it. He wasn't playing no games.
He put on the show then.
And you know what's so funny? I don't know if he was already wearing a suit or did he come in a suit just for this?
Pretty much he kind of they kind of do a skit. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely hilarious. I got one more video, Dr. Frizzle, and we're going to get up out of here and get to bed.
All right.
So this guy is pretty much summing up why restaurants are closing.
RJ Rogers here. So let me talk to you guys about what I talked about Monday on my podcast show. And one thing, when I say restaurants are failing and why they're closing, I'm seeing more and more of my local restaurants. There are less orders coming in. There are hardly no orders for some. But I noticed that they are struggling to make ends meet. And that's same thing with the bigger, like the franchise stores as well. So I'm going to tell you one of the 6 criteria real quick. This is the stuff that I talked about on my podcast show. You can go check it out on Spotify if you want to. So this is it's the RJ Rogers podcast show. So this is what's making them fail. Food costs is one thing. 2 is oversaturated of restaurants. You got too many restaurants in one area. Now, food costs, everything's going up. The price of chicken, the price of eggs, the price of beef, the price of pork, the price of seafood. It's going up. Oversaturation, you got too many restaurants that are opening, especially in crowded areas. There's so many restaurants to choose from, especially with the quality of the restaurants. So now it really boils down to who can make the best quality. And that brings me to number 3, quantity over quality. There are so many restaurants that have spent years cutting corners to make a quick buck instead of properly promoting best quality service, best quality food. Instead, they want to try to cut corners to cut down on costs. And that's finally some of these restaurants have been doing it for so long, but over time they start seeing the decline in sales, the declines of certain items. Now you're starting to see more and more of those items. You're starting to see more and more of these restaurants really suffering because of these practices that they be doing. Number 4 is bad customer service. Sometimes the worst customer service is it depends on how they treat others, also how the employees are being treated by managers. That's another reason you're seeing the decline in restaurants. Number 5, I'm going to try to be quick. Number 5, you're seeing a lot of lack of workers, lack of staff. That's another thing. I mean, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. But I would get to number 6, but the problem is I'm getting short on time here. But so far, those are just 5 of those things. I I did address the sixth problem. So go check out RJ Rogers' podcast show.
You know, I definitely agree with everything that he said, and I oh my bad, Dr. Frizzle. I had the wrong button, but I definitely agree with everything that he said, and it makes a lot of sense. As far as the bad customer service, people are not that nice these days.
Yeah, that'll kill your whole business.
Yeah, and like if I go somewhere and I get bad service, I don't go back. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay. Yep, good customer service is always good to have, you know.
Yeah, but like, how can you even ask people to come out here and be fake and be happy when you have bad management or maybe they're overworked? Like, it's that's the one thing about working in the restaurant business. You got to be super fake. You got to like act happy all the time and stuff, and you really be like pissed off.
Yeah, that come with the business though. That's why your manager always say, keep your personal life at home. So they want you to kind of turn on the fakeness when you walk through the door. Like people can just turn it off, you know. You can't just turn it off sometimes.
Yeah, that's very true. And back to the bad management. I think I worked in like 5 different kitchens, and one of the jobs I had, they were going through managers so quickly because the managers couldn't keep up. It was too much on their plate. A lot of them didn't even have experience. And so I had a lot of bad managers in my day, and I think that's the reason why I don't even like the restaurant industry. That's not even something I really want to get back into because the managers were not good managers. I think there might have had like two good managers out of like 20. I mean, it really matters if you have bad management when you're in the restaurant business because it makes you just not care. You're not gonna want to work that hard.
Yeah. I had those bad managers talk to you any kind of way. I got into it with at least see 1, 2. Well, yeah, I got into it with like 2 managers at a restaurant. And I'm talking about got into it, got it like they yelling at me, I yell back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wait.
It's crazy.
I've seen that before. You guys, the restaurant industry is very grueling. It's a lot of drama too. It's a lot, especially if you have people on the staff that are in a relationship or it's just a lot of drama, y'all. It's
Now people
like
on the
the
staff,
restaurant business is not for the weak.
look, people on the staff that think they the manager.
Yes. And then I feel like everyone that's had that person at work who thought they were the boss. And they're like, bro, you're a coworker. Calm down.
Yeah, that part. It's
Like,
crazy.
we got the same credentials.
Right.
But the restaurant business is a lie. You heard AD, he said, I'm out of here.
He couldn't do it. I don't blame him though, because I mean, he's a smart guy, so I'm pretty sure he's seen what was coming, like with the food shortage, with the food pricing going up, and the lack of having employees work for you. He's seen it coming.
He did, and that's one thing about AD. He has great foresight. And that was 4 years ago. Imagine if you were in a restaurant today, you're going under, you're filing for bankruptcy, or you might make it by but you're not going to really see profit. And that's what we're all here for. I think that when you have a business that needs employees, it's tricky in today's time because, you know, the minimum wage is going up. Hey, Randy, girl, I thought you went to sleep. I knew you was gone. You know, but and then employees come with a lot of liabilities, Dr. Frizzle, because they can get hurt, they don't show up sometimes. That's why the robots is coming.
Yeah, pretty much. You pay for them, you got them. You ain't got to pay them to work, but you save a lot of money. Pretty much you have to pay for repairs. About it.
Yeah, and they can't do this because you know employees be talking back
Right.
sometimes. And Randy said, "How did y'all know, girl? Because we ain't seeing you in about an hour." And you
Randy, I
normally
heard
be holding it down, but Randy, I know you
I
be
heard you
working a
snowing.
lot.
I
So,
heard you
girl, if
snowing.
you gotta go to sleep, we ain't mad at you.
Oh man.
Yes, but Dr. Frizzle, the robots is coming.
Man, we're gonna beat them robots up. I'm telling you.
The robots is coming. We're gonna have to do a live stream about that in the future because given the restaurant industry, where it's going, where fast food is going, it's at this point, it's looking pretty inevitable. Like it's looking like there's nothing we can do anymore. And they're you know, in their factory right now programming them robots.
Yeah. They coming soon. They already got the McDonald's that do its own cooking and everything.
I think I heard about that. I'm gonna have to see if I can find some videos because I found this one video where there's this robot that cooks at home for you. And so it looks like I call it a Megatron, but I don't know if that's the real name for it. It
Dang.
sits over the stove and it has like 2 arms and it like cooks the food at home. And I'm like, nah, let me get a Chefbigbank.
Pee Wee Herman did it. So yeah.
Randy is voting for robots. She said the robots have clean hands.
Rusty
The
hands.
robots will listen to the customer. Randy, what about the people that work in those jobs that are going to be replaced by robots? What about them people? But anybody that's in the restaurant industry, I hope that you guys see this live stream and I want you guys to start planning because your jobs are not safe.
Woo. I tell you.
It's not safe and the robots is coming, man. The robots is coming, and then unfortunately these places are closing down and not even telling people.
Yeah, that's the bad part about it.
Randy said they don't like their jobs.
They
Randy
don't.
said, she said, I don't care.
They don't like their jobs. I get bad customer service all the time.
Yeah, and it's like back when I was younger and I was growing up, the customer service was not as bad as it is now. It seems like everybody has an attitude now.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's like, oh, I didn't ask you to work here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very rare that you go somewhere and get good customer service. And it's crazy because it's like customer service has gone down, but you expect me to tip.
Tipping. Why
I
tips
don't
are
get it.
everywhere? Tips everywhere now. You go to McDonald's, they're asking for a tip. What's going on?
Yeah. It didn't used to be like that. Everywhere they ask you for a tip.
Right.
I'm not gonna be surprised when the grocery store starts asking for tips.
They do too. They do too.
I believe
They ask
it. It's like how are people supposed to have money to tip every damn body?
I don't know what's going on. They want it all. You tipping the managers. That's who you tipping.
Yeah, like, and then everybody gonna be like, "Well, we underpaid." Look, if you underpaid, then I'm underpaid. How
Right.
do you expect me as an underpaid person to make up for their employee or for the employer who's not paying you properly? Randy said, "People steal." Randy, how are you? How are you a human and not voting for people? Randy said, "You know they cook with hate." Randy, what happened, baby? Where did you go that did you wrong like this?
They left her food
That's another
outside.
thing.
They left her food
What'd you
outside the
say?
door. Yeah, they left her food outside the door.
Oh, I saw that one. But Randy said the food was good though. But yes, I do agree with the cooking with hate. If someone is making your food and they're not happy, I would not advise you to eat that food because it's not going to be good, and it who knows. If somebody is angry, don't eat their food. Randy said robots don't pull your hair out. Where did you go when you saw somebody get their hair pulled out?
Oh shit. Randy talking in her sleep right. She talking in her sleep right now.
Yes, they did Randy foul, y'all. They did her foul. We're gonna have to talk about it one day because Randy said she can come up personally and tell the story. But yeah, y'all, that's why restaurants is closing. Food is going up. It's all. Oh, Randy said Popeye. I think that's what she said. She saw a person get their hair pulled out.
Oh, okay. Wow. Crazy.
Y'all be on y'all best behavior when y'all go out in these streets, okay? If you gotta do all that, the food ain't even worth it.
Ain't. Well, long as Buffalo Wild Wings is open next Friday, because I'm going.
Yeah, all them places that we saw on the list, we're gonna have to try to eat them quickly because they ain't gonna be there for much longer.
Right.
Randy said they would take your money and beat you up. Ooh, that reminds me. Season 1, I did a live stream about the Waffle House. If y'all don't know about the Waffle House, it be going down up in the Waffle House. And at that place, they will beat you up and take your money.
Damn.
You will get beat up. And you gonna see a fight. You might get cursed out, but I heard the food is good.
Yeah, depending on who cooking. Yeah. Good though.
Yeah, but if you go to Waffle House, just prepare to fight for your food. Just be prepared.
Man.
Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to tell y'all about these places before y'all just showing up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help y'all.
Yeah, get the recipes so you can cook at home.
Yeah, y'all better start practicing.
When you gonna put some turkey dressing on him? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I think you were talking about the turkey dressing before, and I bought 2 boxes of stuffing. So I'm glad that you said that because I have the stuffing. I just gotta make the video and all that. But then I was thinking, should I wait till turkey season?
Man, who want to wait all the way to turkey season? You on turkey now? You know what I mean?
Okay, Dr. Frizzle. I'm glad you mentioned that to me because I do have the stuffing in the cabinet, and I could make a video for you one day. One day, very, very soon.
Cool. Yeah, I hear that now. Turkey dressing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and I got the gravy on 907 Goodies. I got the turkey, so the dressing is in the works. It is, coming up soon. And then when I make the video, I think I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook just so you have it personally. Let
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
lock
what's
it
up
up.
there.
Lock it in my save book. You know what I'm saying? My save files.
Yes, Randy said, cook at home and don't forget to wash those hands.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen sanitation is very important. Now, everybody in the kitchen does not wash their hands like that, y'all. That's why I be telling y'all. Be careful. Make sure y'all wash y'all hands. Make sure, when you're cooking, you ain't got all the hair on your arms, your beard. Just be careful out here.
Mm-hmm. Don't do me like that, Randy.
Don't burn down the house, Frizzle. Look,
Don't do me
Dr.
like
Frizzle
that.
cooking. Okay. He be making steaks,
Yeah.
asparagus.
Well, broccoli. I ain't tried asparagus yet.
Oh,
But
okay, broccoli. But he be cooking.
Yeah, I
You be
steam me
making
some
baked
broccoli.
potatoes.
Yeah, baked potatoes. What else are we doing? Hamburger helper. I did hamburger helper yesterday.
You know what's crazy? I made that too.
You did. If y'all can, if
Yeah, I
y'all
made
see,
some.
if you catch my
I like
live,
hamburger helper.
yeah, it was. I had it. I had a whole thing of it, right? So I had a big old pot of it. So it was good, but I had I was doing my live. My daughter was eating, and if you can see my face, I was like, she dumped the whole. She ate what she needed to eat and dumped the whole rest of the bowl on the floor. So I had to, I had hamburger helper all on my floor like this.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, when kids be that small and they be eating, it always be a big mess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, damn, just put the food in your mouth. Why you gotta be
Yeah.
doing all that?
It was good. It was good too. Like I could have finished that bowl off.
I know, and then it's like you wasting food, little girl. You know how expensive food is, but it's a kid,
Right.
so you can't say all that. But I know that's probably what you was thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh my God. Like you can see it in my face. I had to go back and check it out. But yeah, she got me then. But hamburger helper, I didn't cook nothing extra with it though. I just cooked the hamburger helper and I had like light bread with it.
Yeah, I just made. I was in a rush because I was making it before I had to leave. My daughter does gymnastics 4 days a week. You making me mad sometimes. So it's like, man, I just want to sit down and chill. So I whipped up some hamburger helper real quick. I didn't eat it. I made it so that when I got back, I knew it would be kind of late. I would just be able to, heat it up and eat it. But hamburger helper is a classic. Randy said, I don't want hair in my food. And so is that why you would prefer a robot, girl? What if the robot dropped metal shavings into your food?
Right. They gotta They're gonna get rusty.
Yeah.
Everything.
And then
Mm.
like, how does a machine wash their hands? How do they sanitize that?
They supposed to have like a pressure washer that spray on there or something. I can't tell you,
Oh,
but
I
that's
see.
what I'm thinking. It's something like a car wash, and that's how they clean their equipment. You know, I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just guessing. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, that could be true. But I gotta look into this McDonald's because I've heard that before that they have a couple of McDonald's that are already doing the robots. Um, but y'all, it's coming, especially with all these boycotts and strikes, and like y'all better sit down somewhere and be quiet.
Yeah, for real though. Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
what they
y'all better
need. Bro.
calm down. All these we deserve this, we deserve that.
Yeah, they already done messed it up. It's too late now. It's too late.
You know what? You might be right because it seemed like everybody boycotting everything.
Yeah, everybody complaining about this, complaining about that. It's wild. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like we've almost gotten to a point in our society where we're so used to complaining that we don't know how to be happy.
Right.
And it just seems like complaining is the way of the land. And it's like when you really look at things don't be that bad to
Right.
spend every day complaining. Like it's like y'all ain't never gonna be happy.
That's what it
Never.
is. Right.
You're never gonna be happy.
Pretty much. You're right about that.
They don't know how to be happy no more. They don't even know what makes them happy. They don't know how to appreciate anything because they don't spend so long complaining. It's like they're stuck doing that now.
Right.
You
Yeah, they
know?
want everything easy. They want everything easy, and nobody want to do nothing no more but sit around, you know, handouts.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know what you was watching or what you was looking at on social media, but baby, let me tell you, this ain't your life. So calm down. You gotta work hard.
Hey, for sure. Yeah, you got to get out here and get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, put your big girl pants on and get it done. But yeah, I feel like people don't really know how to be happy anymore, but they know how to complain. And I feel like a lot of people are never going to be satisfied because they've complained for so long. They're like, you know, if what does happiness even feel like?
Yeah, they'll never know.
Yeah.
They'll never know. Complaining is easy, so you know.
Yeah, and it seems like complaining is like contagious too. It's like if you hear somebody else doing it, then you start doing it, and then it's like a big old long
Domino effect.
snowball effect.
Yeah.
You know?
That's pretty much what it
But
is.
yeah, that was all my videos and everything. That's all I wanted to talk to y'all about. I'm about to end the show pretty soon. Dr. Frizzle, do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, y'all make sure to hit that subscribe button to 907 Good Eats. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to cook because the restaurants are shutting down. Get your ass in the kitchen. You know, screws my vocabulary. Get in the kitchen, put your apron on, butt naked, and cook you some food. You know what I'm saying? Eat good, like Next Level said, get your veggies on and your fruits, and yeah, and then pop you some popcorn to get ready for Friday movie night with Dr. Frizzle and Randy. So yeah, yeah.
Yes, y'all gotta tune in for Dr. Frizzle and Randy's movie night. I was able to catch it last Friday, and y'all, it was a good show. I even went up on the panel. Thank you for having me on the panel. But the way that he described this movie and Randy with a commentary, y'all gotta tune in for Dr. Frizzle's movie nights on Friday. And then during the week, don't you do other lives on Dr. Frizzle as well? Are you still doing story time?
I got everything on pause right now. I'm doing clips. I'm clipping out my old videos into shorter versions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, y'all tune in to Dr. Frizzle on for Friday. Go ahead and subscribe. Randy, if you could put his link in the chat. We've been so busy up here talking. That would be greatly appreciated. Yes, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, keep the stove on, and support this channel at Chefbigbank. Follow me on all my social media platforms listed down below. Subscribe to Ava's Playtime. I make children's content. And join my group on Facebook at Chef Big Bank Foodie Gang fan page and shop the Foodie Gang store. But Dr. Frizzle, there's the link right there. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that. And let me tell you this, next Friday I'm tuning in because I do not have time to watch movies, but your reviews made me feel like I'll watch the movie.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming up, Dr. Frizzle. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down.
I appreciate you having me. Peace out, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And we also have another link in the chat for It Is What It Is TV. Great YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to it. And I will see y'all next time. I am not sure when I'm going to go live next. That's why y'all need to turn on the notification bell after you subscribe. Every Wednesday at 9 a.m., I'm dropping pre-recorded content, and I'm going live randomly because y'all know I'll be busy. So, yes, like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. We are just coming along very, very nicely. And we are picking up steam. And this is season 2. This is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Everybody that came through. If you're watching me on the replay, please leave a comment down below. After this live stream ends, please come back and leave a comment on the video. If you want to create great streams like this, my referral code for StreamYard is in the description of this video. I think I got everything. I think that was everything. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. I'm out. Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Food gang gang gang.
Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, gang, gang. This is Chef Big Bank. Thank you so much for watching at 907 Good Eats. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm out.